Hello and welcome back, it's me the Shifty loser on Assetto Corsa Competizione. Let's just crack on with the race. We're racing at Misano World Circuit. As you can see, I qualified first. Remarkably impressive. So I'm just adjusting the mic, right? We're leading the charge around, guys. Now I've never actually started on pole before in the race. And Misano is quite the circuit. I'm going to back off the throttle until it goes green. And there we go, we're off. Up into second.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I knew it'd get me on the inside. Not a great deal I could do about that. Now I just want to try and settle nicely into the race. Low pressures in the tyres, obviously. Here we go. Now, as I said before, I should have, in practice speaking at the same time. I didn't quite remember. However, I did remember in Q2. Now, in the first round of qualifying, I did in fact do very, very well. I qualified on pole, as you saw. However, when I started doing the talking, in the second round of qualifying, I only qualified 5th, I believe. I didn't have a good run. So it stands to reason that I'm definitely not as quick when I'm talking to you all. But I will endeavour to keep that going and try and make it around the circuit relatively unscathed. I do want to do well in this race. I am racing at Misano. It's not a circuit I particularly like that much, but I've done it enough times now that I kind of know it. As with all the other circuits here on Assetto Corsa, I'm getting to know them all remarkably well. Now I do have the car on a very aggressive setup in this race. I set it on the default aggressive setup, but then I changed a few little bits with the aero. I also changed the engine mapping. I'm not sure what that did though. I just moved it from 1 to 3, I believe. I hope that's giving me more power. The car definitely feels more lively. Sorry if I keep going quiet, I'm just trying to get settled in. It is a 20-minute race after all. And the car is quite, well, lively, like I say. Now, one lap and the tyres are up to pressure. That's fantastic news. Now, typically on this circuit, it's the first sector that I'm quickest on, even though I've always felt that that's the part of the race I'm not very good on at all. Now this corner always gets me with its double apex. If you can hit it right, it's just a big hairpin, to be perfectly honest. Well, that one's all about poise going through there. I use words like poise, like I know what I'm talking about. I really don't. I love motorsport, I do, but I'm not very good at doing it. As you can see, I'm doing the sim racing, just not very well. That was shocking. I had to trail brake. I don't like trail braking. Now I did get the fuel drop, as you can see, but after all this is merely a practice recording. However, it is going remarkably right, so it might end up being the final product, guys. I don't usually have practice recordings, but I'm actually waiting on a delivery, which is why I keep looking down, and I just thought I'd test the recording, test the audio, all of the jazz, just to try and make sure it's okay for you guys. I don't know why I downshifted there. I forgot where I was on the circuit, I think. I do like that series of corners, having to downshift quite heavily through it, and then this horror show here. Oh, sorry, I'm tracking the delivery. I need to keep the phone active and live. I'm gonna have to log it off now. We're having it. I've done rather well, quite close. Well, I'm looking forward to the DLC with the new circuits. I'm looking forward to Laguna Seca. I watched Bob's video earlier. It's yesterday. It is in the description anyway. Go and give it a watch. That was at Laguna Seca on Forza 6, and it just made me feel, the memories of the original Gran Turismo game came back to me. That's right. It's the only Gran Turismo I've actually played. It's the first one. It was so incredibly good. It does make me want to buy a PlayStation, but at the same time, I don't feel that I should. Now, there's some seamless editing there. The delivery I was expecting did in fact arrive. I managed to pause the game. If you wouldn't know that, I skipped the time along, literally to the frame, so it would have been seamless. That was the plan. I'm not sure if I bothered to put the replay in the top right corner this time round. I definitely forgot on some other occasions. It's not necessarily forgetting at the edit though, it's at the end of the race when I just skip on by. Try to get through, get prepared for the next video the next time round. I need to take more care, is what I'm effectively saying to you all. I didn't throttle off then, that was fantastic. That's right, all the way, and once we're in second, power back through, up into third, then hard on the brake, down into first gear, try and take this tight. It's the exit of this corner that's a bitch. The apex is in such an odd place because of it. That was a poor way of taking that corner, but I got through it all the same. Power, power, power. Now we are still in second place. The leader is definitely pulling away. But we're not causing a tailback like we normally do. We are in fact doing rather well. But then we should be, after qualifying on pole. I'm disappointed that we're down into second place. My friend, again, who says I never win. I want to show him. I want to show him that I can. I won't do it like that though. I had to go very, very hard on the brakes as I ran very deep. Hopefully the greater amount of speed coming out of the corner will definitely help me. It seems this is still my fastest lap so far, and that was shocking. Oh well, we'll take it though, we'll take it. Apexes on the corners on this circuit are so off. They're not in a normal place. That's how it feels. I mean, it's possibly just me being absolutely shit. I accept that. But at the same time, they just seem so drawn out. Always so drawn out. Petronas Uranier. It's a piss patrol. Or piss patrol. That sounds like Paw Patrol, but much, much worse. A very different kind of music, I'm sure. Oh, I took all that very slow. But I did get through it rather fast. It's just a shame there's no big exit from there. Now, the eagle-eyed and the people that watch me regularly do this game, you'll have noticed that once again, my friends, I forgot to change the fuel. The car is definitely in an aggressive setup, however the fuel amount I put in is most definitely not, which probably explains why that chap in front is already round turn 1, as we're coming onto the back straight, or the home straight, sorry.
This has been your personal best.
My personal best lap. Fantastic. Didn't feel like it. There's definitely a few hair and scare and sketchy moments. That was much better, much tighter than the last time round. I'm up into second rather early on this. Definitely a short shift through it. It seemed that whenever I powered through that corner, even if I kissed the apex, as I started powering out in first, the moment I changed to second gear, the car absolutely just dropped itself beneath me. It was so odd. That was a better time round there. Much prefer that. How am I down? How am I down? I had a much better first sector, I'm sure of it. Oh, I got brave going into there. I tried to carry a lot of speed. Far too much speed. Now in the rear view it shows I'm clear, but I don't think that I am. Now much like in the last time I played, I think I mentioned it earlier, I am only using my right foot for both the throttle and the brake, which seems normal, I know, to normal driving. But as of yet, I haven't really been using the clutch on this game. So now I'm going to try and learn it. I still haven't done it. I don't want to make out like I am using the clutch, because I'm not. And I don't have a spare camera to show you either way. At some point I will put the heel toe cam in. It seems the other chaps do it, so why the hell not? But only when I'm not going to humiliate myself, which, as it stands at the moment, I probably would. Come on. I watched another great video from David Perel the other day, another on board. He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's an endurance race. He didn't feel he was doing very well. Well, not that he didn't feel he was doing very well. He knew he was doing good. He just didn't realise to the extent of how good he was doing. He told the engineers not to tell him where he was. He just wanted to pound on. Anyway, eventually the engineers had to open up the radio and say to him, just how well he was doing and to push on. And at that point he realised he could possibly get a podium finish in the last endurance race. It was very good to watch. It was very intense. Very much do enjoy it, David Parrell. Very, very good. I also watched a video on the new WRC game. That's the World Rally Championship, for those who don't know. Jimmy Broadbent was playing it. That looks very, very, very good fun. But as I said earlier, I don't want to do that unless I have the actual shifter. Shifty's shifter. You don't want to know what that is. I won't show you Shifty's shifter. That would be weird.
We are at the halfway mark. Still a long way to go.
The halfway mark. I feel we best pit in shortly. Now I feel.
In the pit lane.
I don't want to slow down too much. This is... I always fuck it up on this one. There we go. That was better. I got down to the right speed. I didn't get taken over. All very up. Still, I can't take fuel out of the car. That's a damn shame. Oh, I nearly missed the where I'm supposed to stop there. That could have been bad. But now Agberts is back, my friends. Pure indulgence, number 4. Anyway, time for the shout-outs. Yorkshire Hero, my good friend, he put a video up the other day. If you go on there and watch it, that's the Yorkshire Hero. You can actually tell him what you'd like him to do in the next one. My idea was fantastic. I asked him to pull a stoppie, pull up next to a cop car, doing a stoppie, and hand the cop like a business card, just to see what happens. I don't think he'll do it. And Wackass the same. With all the FIFA things, and don't forget, it's not just about FIFA with Wackass. He does reviews of certain things as well, and he has a very good rant about EA on one of the videos. I would definitely watch that. I'd definitely give it a watch. And Mama Slop with Bigger. I'm very much enjoying these guys. He's banging them up nice and quick now. We're definitely getting at least one a week of the Bigger. I'd definitely go and watch it. It looks like such a good game, a survivalist game. Very much up my street. And Dead Rising as well. Just brutal, absolutely brutal. I do enjoy watching a good zombie massacre. I'm not gonna lie. And my good friend Bob Flange. Oh, Bob. He makes so many good things, guys. You need to watch. He's all over the sport games at the moment. I'm loving it. Anywho, back to the focus. The tyres have very little pressure in. I almost said the pressures have very little tyre in them. And that would have been funny. But I didn't. I caught it at the last. Once again, I'm short shifting into second gear just to try and get round there without getting squirming. Now we're showing that we're in third position at the moment. With the Lambo doers in the pits there. Come on, we can get him here. We're better out of the corners than he is, I'm sure. The Lamborghini is a fine vehicle. But so is ours. Well, we need to back off. I don't want to completely mess it up in terms of the trust. I'm sure I got a safety penalty warning throughout qualifying. Here we go.
Car on the left.
We should get him here. Hopefully I can get 5th
On the left.
6th just as we come into the corner. He got very much up my chop then. I thought he was going to nudge us, but I had to remain brave. And he had to remain cautious, which he did, and he seems to have lost a bit of ground on us. I was simply defending my position. I didn't want to get rough and tumbly with him, and I didn't. It all stayed very calm and very cool. Come on, get round there. Now we're in second again. You can see the chap. Seems we haven't lost much time in the pit stops. Quite happy with that. Normally that's our Achilles heel. And I say ours, just to try and spread the blame. I said it in a previous video right back at the start. If I do badly, it's a we. But if it goes well, it's a me. That's right. All on my lonesome. Now again, I just want to settle into the race. I'd quite like to finish on the podium. I don't see us catching up the chap in first. He seems to have got away from us somewhat. I don't think we'll catch him. The weight of the car, perhaps, will just be too much. So second is what I'm going to aim for, so it's just a case of playing it safe and trying not to make any mistakes for the final 6 minutes of the race. It's been a while since I've been on the podium. In fact, I think it was over on the other channel on Less Than Marv where the start of this Assetto Corsa Competizione started, and now I'm very much committed. I will become a good sim racer. I've been looking at Automobilista the sequel to that, Automobilista 2, is coming out very shortly. It seems I only like the foreign racing games. Assetto Corsa and Automobilista, which I believe is Brazilian, which could be quite interesting. So definitely going to give that a whirl, I think. I'm still apprehensive about iRacing. I don't think I'm quite good enough to justify the subscription to it, to be honest. I mean, it does look very good, and I will eventually go towards that. It does seem to be the where the best go. If there are any other suggestions about actual simulator, though, I understand a lot of people want to play grid, but it's not a sim. It's somewhere in between, and I don't want that. I want an actual sim to race on, so I can get better at sim racing. Now, I am going to stake up some online racing for you all on this game. I just need to find a way to effectively put the videos together in an efficient manner, instead of it clogging up all my other time. Because I do like playing other games. Tomb Raider, for instance. That's a great game. Absolutely brilliant. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That's over on the channel as well. You want to go and check that out. And if you're looking to buy a new game, I've done a full series on Control, like a walkthrough guide. I haven't gone over the top with trying to teach you how to do everything on it, because, well, honestly, that just diminishes the game itself. You need to learn. That's the idea. But there is a guide there, so you can follow it through should you get stuck. But I definitely recommend the game. Not just saying that to try and scrape some views. The game itself is fantastic. Remedy Entertainment have done a brilliant job, and they should be very, very pleased with themselves. Now, another couple of games I am looking forward to. Death Stranding looks great. Now, initially that was always supposed to be on the PlayStation, but it seems on the website PlayStation exclusive was removed. Now, that does open up possibilities of this coming to PC, which I genuinely hope it does. If so, I will be all over that for you guys, all over it. I know a lot of people that watch these are just into the sim racing, but if you do branch out on the computers, I definitely stay tuned for that as soon as that comes out. I know it's not out for a while, but I will be all over it. The same with the Star Wars. At least one of us on the channel will be on it, if not all of us, to be honest. It's one of those games that we'll probably all buy, and then it's just a case of how we schedule the videos. I'll probably have it on PC and the other chaps on the console, so we might be able to do a couple of versions of that for you, show a nice comparison between the two, what it's better to play on, whether it's the PC or the console. Now, obviously games on the PC are better, so we will take into account the setup cost. PCs can be remarkably expensive, trust me, I know. Which takes me on to some fantastic news from this week with Intel. Oh yes, the HEDT stuff, that's the high-end desktop for those of you that don't know. Now, the Core X series, they half the price. The new generation. I know, it seems weird. Intel cutting prices. Remarkable. Now, I have mentioned numerous times I am upgrading my PC. I was going to go for the 9900 KS. Just not for any other reason than just in case there is more headroom for the overclock. Anywho, that's an 8-core part. And that costs 500 quid. Now, for twice that cost, I could get an 18-core X series processor. It does require another motherboard, though. That's the downside. They are quite expensive. However, I want it. I want it. Now, I do apologise in advance. I am going to cough. Very sorry, guys. I have been recovering from bloody horrible infection or chest infection, whatever it is, a bad cold either way. I haven't enjoyed this one at all. Now, it was my tickly throat that cost me my concentration there. I must pay more attention to the game. Once again, I apologise. Most people don't make it this far though, so I'm sure I'm only apologising to my dearest friends. For those of you that are watching, hello. I hope you realise I have tried my best in this race to do a lot better. It's for you, my Welsh friend. Not out of respect. Just to shove it in your face, if I'm totally honest with you. Now, I still haven't won, I appreciate that. And I know you'll mention that, so I'm warding it off. I know I haven't come first. Just wait, you wait, I will. This has given me a whole new reason to become good. Not for personal gain. Just to spite you. I will spite you. Well, I thought I'd gone a bit deep, but actually I took that rather well. if I can get the required amount of grip coming out. I haven't messed about with the traction control. I just don't want to. With the car being so heavy, the momentum will be so vast. Anyway, I want to play it safe. I don't want to take any risks. I've done remarkably well throughout qualifying, and I feel now in this race I've done good. Need to keep it nice and tight. I'll let off the brake a little early, but that will do. The Lambo is definitely getting closer. As those cars start draining from fuel, they're going to become so much quicker than I am. I mean, I know I'm losing the same amount of mass. However, I will still have that ballast for that specific part of the car. Now this is the last lap. Oh, I got a bit brave in that one. Power, power, power. Keep it nice and clean. That's all I'm bothered about now. Keeping it clean for this final lap. Short shifting once again into second gear. Lose a bit of rotation on the car, but definitely maintain more momentum through the corner. I think we're having this. Quite confident now. Yes, lovely jubbly. And we're out of it. I'm quite pleased, guys. This is going well. I feel that we will be on the podium. I definitely broke early then, but that was deliberate, again, just to keep this clean. As long as I can keep the Lambo behind, who's in a battle there, it looks like with a Mercedes. So we should be good. We should be good. I'm just going to try and keep as much power through this as I can. For as long as possible. That's as brave as I dared to be at this stage in the race. Yes, I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy with that. This is looking good, guys. This is looking very, very good.
Leader has finished the race.
And this is it. We're coming up. We're going to get the podium. We're going to be in second. Ha ha! Ha ha! Welshie, I did it. I did it. Well, I didn't win, so I didn't do it. I didn't do it. But I made the podium. I showed you that I could do it.
P2. Bring it back to the pits.
P2. P2. Oh dear, I'll just press the button there. Well, I'm very, very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. As you can see, in second place. We were 14 seconds behind, which is poor. But I put that down to the mass of the car with the extra fuel. Anywho, thank you very much for watching. Do like, do subscribe, all the jazz. And have a very good day. I know I have. Goodbye.